Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be sharing with you 5 really awesome Dollar Tree DIY Christmas presents that I promise you people will actually want to receive. And this video is actually inspired by a lovely subscriber. Thank you, Chloe. And if you're not subscribed yet, please do hit that subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up. All right, let's get started. So this first gift is perfect for that astrology lover in your life. I'm going to be starting off with one of these matte black frames from the Dollar Tree, and I just created this printable online. So I literally just went online, searched for an astrological sign, the constellation, and then I put that into a Word program. Then I just put the name underneath it and a little excerpt about that sign. So here you can see I did Pisces. And then I'm just going to be using some glue and some glitter. I just wanted to make it sparkle a little bit, but if you just want to frame this as is, I think that would still make a really beautiful personalized gift. But if you want to add that extra glitter like I do, just follow these steps here. So I'm just taking that Elmer's glue and I'm just going to be carefully outlining that constellation. And then I'm going to be using a mixture of a charcoal glitter and a black glitter and just sprinkling it around that constellation to give it a little bit of sparkle. So once you're done with your glitter, you're just going to want to wait for that to dry before you move on to actually framing it. And I have a little tip for framing it because you don't want to squish that glitter. So I'm actually going to be taping it on top of that glass and using the glass as a backing, but I do want to use that matting. So you'll see here, I'm just taping it to the glass and then I'm just going to be placing that white matting around it and then putting it back in the frame just like this. And that is it, you are done. So just for $1 and some glitter and glue, you have yourself a very personalized, beautiful present for somebody special in your life. And I'm sure you know someone who would love to have this on Christmas Day, who is really into astrology. I think that this would just be perfect. Next up is my favorite sugar scrub. So for this, you just need some regular sugar and some coconut oil, both of which can be found at the Dollar Tree. And you also need a glass jar. This one is not from the Dollar Tree. I just happen to have it on hand, but Dollar Tree has a wonderful selection of glass jars, so just give it a peek and I'm sure you will find something perfect. So for this recipe, you just want to make sure to use a 4-to-1 ratio of sugar to coconut oil. So I'm using 4 tablespoons of sugar here to 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. And that is going to give you enough for one of these smaller size jars, which is perfect for a little gift for somebody. But if you want to fill up a bigger jar, just multiply the recipe and you can just fill up something a little bit larger than this little one here, but I thought that this guy was perfect. It's a really great little stocking stuffer. And you're just gonna mix it together like you can see here until you get this consistency. You want it kind of to look like wet sand. So if you take your fingers, you're able to mold it together and it should hold a little bit. So if it's not like this, you could add a little bit more coconut oil. And if your coconut oil is too hard, you could always warm it up in the microwave for a couple seconds. Could also add some oils to this to make a really nice fragrance, but I personally just love it just like this. And to finish it off, I'm using this paper tag that I got at the Dollar Tree. They come in a pack, and I'm just trimming the bottom here. And then I'm just going to be using a white colored pencil to just draw some squiggly lines for decoration and just write what it is on top of it here. So here I put sugar scrub, and that is it. And then I'm just going to take that tag and tie it around my jar and you are done. And I promise you, this scrub is amazing. I love using this in the shower to make my skin super soft, and that coconut oil just really hydrates your skin so you don't even have to use moisturizer afterward. It is honestly great and perfect for that friend who loves to do a little DIY self-pampering. For this next gift, I'll just be using this Betty Crocker cookie mix at the Dollar Tree. You want to make sure to get this size because this is the one that makes 12 cookies and it fits into this size mason jar, which is also from the Dollar Tree. And then this pack of cookie cutters is also from the Dollar Tree. So this is a dump and go kind of gift. So this one is great for the person in your life who loves to bake, and it honestly cannot get easier. So you're just going to cut open that sugar cookie mix and dump all of it into your mason jar there and just attach the lid. And then I'm going to be creating a tag. So here I just have some cardstock that I already had at home, and I'm going to be cutting it into the shape of a little tag. And then just hole punching the top of it so we can string it on later. And this tag is going to be to tell the recipient how exactly they can make the cookies. So on the front of the tag here, I'm just using a Sharpie marker to write what it is. So I just put sugar cookie mix and that it makes 12 cookies. And then on the back, I'm just going to be writing the additional ingredients that they're going to need, as well as the directions for how to make the cookies, which are written on the back of that package. So now the last step is to just take some ribbon, and I have some ribbon here that I already had on hand, but Dollar Tree has a ton of ribbon, so don't worry, you can find some great ribbon there. So I just cut a piece of that ribbon, and then I'm going to be stringing it through that tag that I just created, as well as one of the cookie cutters. So for this one, I chose the Christmas tree one, but you have additional ones, which is great because you can keep them for yourself. Or you could make more of these for multiple friends, and this is also a great gift for teachers. So mom and dad, you can help the kids make this for their favorite teacher. It's a nice little present that you know that they're going to use. For this next one, you're going to need this wood box from the Dollar Tree, as well as this photo hanger line. So I'm starting off by painting the entire box with this white chalk paint. If you don't have chalk paint, don't worry, you can pick up some white acrylic paint from the Dollar Tree. So you'll see here, I'm just painting that whole inside and making sure I got all the sides. So once it is fully painted and dried, you can move on to that photo hanger line. So you're just going to take everything out. And for this size box, I found that 3 clothespins is what worked best for me. So I'm just measuring out that string that came inside of there, and I want to make sure that it's long enough to fit across the entire top of the box. And once I cut it, I'm just going to be hot gluing it in the one side here, and then you will see I picked 3 of the clothespins. So I went with the 2 pink ones and the white one, and then I'm just going to be clipping those across that line. And then once I had my clothespins where I wanted them, I just hot glued that string to the other side of the box. Next, I'll be using these rub-on transfers that I got at the Dollar Tree. I love these things. They are great. So I'm just going to be spelling out the words I love you, but this is awesome because you can use this to customize it any way you like. So you can put a name or any kind of phrase or saying that is special to you. So once you just cut out whatever letters you want to use, you're just going to pull off that white backing and put on your transfer and just rub it on with a nail. And then it's like magic. It will peel off and it will be stuck on there permanently. And I tell you, these transfers are awesome because they look so professional and they're perfect. I just love the way that they come out every time. And for the final step, I just printed out 3 pictures of me and my husband, since this is who I'm giving it to. And I'm just going to be clipping them on with those clothespins. This gift is perfect for anyone special in your life. So this would be a great DIY for kids to make for mom and dad, or for friends to make for each other. It's just really easy, but it looks great sitting out on a desk or on a vanity, and it's just really special and very personalized, and they will know that you were thinking of them when you created it. So for this last one here, we're going to be making a beautiful bracelet. So for this, I just picked up this stretch lace from the Dollar Tree, as well as a pack of those glass beads from the Dollar Tree, which are really, really beautiful. So I will say though that this lace here, the stretch lace, not all of the beads in this pack will fit it. So those longer beads will not fit on the lace, but the rounder ones do, and honestly, it worked out fine in the end. So you'll see here, I'm just stringing on a lot of those glass beads to make a little pattern. So I went with 3 of the purple and then 1 of the darker pink, and I just kept doing that pattern until it was long enough to fit around my wrist. And then I just tied it off into a knot, and I trimmed off the extra pieces of that stretch lace. This DIY is super easy and it's really fun because you get to get really creative and just pick what colors you really like. So you'll see here I decided to make an additional bracelet to go with it. So I did that same pattern, but I just reversed the colors. And then to finish it off, I just took some ribbon I have here. So I think this one is from the Dollar Tree, and I tied it into a nice little bow, and it kind of just adds a little something to it. And it's a little bit more than just a bracelet. It's a nice little set, and I just think it gives it a really personal touch, and it's just really beautiful. And trust me, anyone would love to wear these bracelets. And that is it, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed these DIYs, and I really wanted to make sure I had something for everyone that you would be getting a gift for in your life. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new here. And thank you again for watching.